There you go. That's life living off the grid. It's a series of compromises. Elon, will you come through for me? Well, while you guys start joining me, what's interesting here is the market absolutely retraced that move down, man. I mean, these are volatile. This is a volatile market. That's pretty cool. That's where we can make some money if we're paying attention. I mean, that's a 76, almost a 76% retrace. You gotta love that, man. Gives us a market that's up 22 points. That's pretty cool. I wonder if it's going to break that 76 and go back and test that high. That would be pretty exciting stuff. Man, I want to see that become the norm of a market day, just to rip back and forth like that. I mean, we could just keep making trades on the reversals, and it'll be steak every night. Go, baby, go, baby, go. But we don't get emotional because we're professional traders. So this is really no big deal. And to be truthful with you, I had a very good day, made some money. I have no idea how much money I made because I don't trade my P&L. And that's something you guys have to practice. That took me a long time to do that too. Just ignore that P&L, man. This is like a video game. And we control our downside risks, and we take trades objectively, and we make some money. And then in the interim, we could do our income trade spreads, make sure we get paid every day in the event that there's no volatility in the market for us to take care of or take advantage of. And we preserve our capital because it's precious to us. It's our business. Hey, Tommy. Hey, Zach. Hey, Kerry. Hey, Anthony. I just checked out Matt's channel, and he is ranting about how AMC is down due to blatant market manipulation. Hey, he's out of ideas. Okay, let's not throw some shade on this guy. But I mean, what I'm seeing really is just a basic psychology. You know, you just want everybody rallied around to move this up, to push out the shorts. You know, and the shorts understand the game now. So it's not going to be as easy as it was with GMC. You know, they understand what the buying power is. For the community to push them out of the shorts, and they know where they can hold this and where their idea has broken down. And basically, that's what a short is. They have a trading idea. At one point, that idea either works or breaks down, and when it breaks down, they close their position, and that's what everybody's trying to do. They're trying to get them to close that position, create additional buying, and you know, shoot that sucker up. So it's not going to be easily done. And then everybody talking about it in different fashions is just getting people to sit on the sideline and see what's going to transpire with this. You know, so it's kind of stifling their buying power. But it doesn't mean the game is over either. You know what I mean? And you have some major gaps, so you get some profits. And like I'm advocating that some people take a little profit off the table, let something run. A lot of people are looking at it in that fashion. So that's what you have in here. You know, people are just harvesting a little profit out of the market that they made, and you know, waiting for the next move. And you know what I'm looking at, it's down for the day. But if you look at the chart, I'm looking at it right now on the daily, and it's really not relative to what we do, but you know, since we're in the mix, we might as well learn from it. Relative to what happened, it's no big deal. You know, and we saw this gap days and days and days ago. We said, yo, this gap could very well fill. I mean, we saw this bull flag right here. We said if it triggers, then it's probably going to go test the high, and if it doesn't, you know, this is where our stop would have been, where my stop would have been. I mean, you could look at this bar, but it's too big. I wouldn't consider that for the retracement. But this bar, I'd be comfortable. You know, and that's where I mentioned that I would put my stop if I was trading this. So here we see that the bull flag triggered and it broke and then it failed, right? So when it fails, it's a good indication that it's just going to turn bearish. Doesn't mean that it's going to fall apart. It's just this flag didn't work. It's going to turn bearish. And now we say, what's this thing going to gravitate to, right? So this gap, yo, it's very attractive to a bar, and that bar is looking to fill that gap. And yeah, you know, I think that's all that's going on right here. Once it fills that gap, then you know, you could look at it again and reconsider, and it may turn, you know, go back up. But just understand that you know, it's not just neophytes that are taking advantage of this move up. You know, there's a lot of people who know trading that are taking advantage of this momentum move up. So there's a lot of people looking at that gap, and like I said earlier, we make money by looking at the same thing that everybody else is looking at, and when people move on that, we move on that, and yet, you know, we're doing the same thing that everybody else is doing by waving the flag with AMC. They're trying to organize some buying power to move this thing up, and we do the same thing. We see these gaps, we see these trading patterns, and it's kind of like we're organizing everybody in the same direction to move the security, whether we're trading S&P or we're trading Tesla or Amazon. You know, it's just that simple. The majority or large buying power is going into it because we all see the same thing, and we're going to ride that thing. And that's really what's happening here, man. You know, I could save the guy some if I talk to him, but it's really not my forte. You know, I don't think anybody should get too worried. I mean, look, Kerry, I hear him. Must be me. Oh, you're muted. Don't mute me. So I would love to see everybody take their profits off the table and just play with the market money right here, and let everybody else, you know, do all the work. You know, I mean, if you're just sitting here with your profits, then yo, hang in, let them close this gap. Let's see what happens. Yeah, you know, they close the gap. Let's see where it goes. You know what I mean? If they close, you could always buy more. You know what I mean? I mean, what's it cost you? A ticket charge? Big deal. For the price of a ticket charge, you can load up again. You know, hold a little piece in case it runs away on you, and you're in it. If it closes the gap, if it's within your means and it's the right trade for you, buy a little more, ride that bad boy up. But that's all that's going on, man. I mean, this thing is not falling apart. You know, this is a pretty. I mean, you can't say it's an orderly market, right? Because where do you see things get parabolic like that? You know, I mean, once you see that, you know that's unhealthy. But this actually is healthy. You know, you want the stock to consolidate and everything. You don't want all this cheap stock below you. And the game's back on, boom, that's all red. If the game doesn't come back on, then you know, you're playing with the market money. So who cares? I mean, people are up 400%, 500%. You know, there's a cliche that I like to reiterate time and time again. Bears and bulls make money, pigs get slaughtered. And just don't be a pig. Anybody know that song, Tin Can Alley? The version that Stevie Ray Vaughan does? It's an amazing song. It's actually pumping in my ear. Am I good? Does everybody hear me? I was kind of lost in my own world, staring at the screen. And yo, I dropped this back incredibly, and we're still having the same problem. So yeah, I don't think that's going to change. What's interesting is that my charts have not dropped once today, but my YouTube is. Five AMC's directors sold less than half their AMC shares. Yup. I don't know what yup means, man. Yup, you can hear me, or yup, everything's good. What's the yup? Yeah, I hear you. Minor chopping is bearable. All right, it should get better because I just got an indication that I have a good. Yeah, this is dread. All right, we got to deal with it, man. This is off the grid trading, bro. You know, I mean, that's what happens. Yeah, 5 AMC directors sold less than half their shares. Yo, first of all, it's not a fundamental play. And even I saw the interview with the with the CEO, and it just turned me off. That dude turned me off. I fundamentally I wouldn't invest in somebody just based on that guy. And when he was talking, I mean, they're talking about they just dropped 11 million. I think it was shelf shares onto the market, and now they're talking about doing a secondary. And if nobody understands what that is, just raise your hand and I'll let you know. Are you on cable or DSL? Actually, I think it's fiber optics. So they're doing a secondary, and then he was doing a backpedal on why they're doing a secondary. You know, and it was so obvious. I mean, you know, it was almost insulting to me. If you ate it up and said, you know, they were all about it. Yeah, you know, they're doing a secondary because they're broke and the stock's ridiculously high. They'll probably never see this again, and cashing in just like everybody else in the streets trying to do. You know, AMC's ripping, and people are cashing in, and the company's doing the same thing. You can't blame them. I mean, you know, if I was a businessman, I mean, blood is the life. Money is the lifeline or the lifeblood of business, and these guys are running out of it. And you know, here's an opportunity to legitimately get a whole fistful of dollars. So you know, it's just good business to drop that secondary. So, but again, that's not what this trade is about, right? This trade is about Reddit and a bunch of individuals getting together and putting a squeeze on the shorts. And there's nothing wrong with that either, because you know what? The professionals do it to each other all the time. I might have talked about it a little earlier. You know, I mean, it's a predatorial industry. You see other traders that have big short positions, and they know that the big trader knows he has more buying power than the little guy, and he squeezes the guy out. You know, he beats the guy up and he makes money. And you know, the reality of the market is every time somebody wins, somebody loses. So you know, everybody who sold GameStop at 600 sold it to a guy who took a beating at 600 to 200. So cool. Just wondering what I think. 1 minute, 5 minute, 30 minute, and daily. Yeah, I think I'm fiber optics. What, Anthony? What time frames do you got on your flexible grid? Do you got? Yeah, Brooklyn boy. 1 minute, 5 minute, 30 minute, and daily. Cool. Just wondering. Okay, you guys are. You guys have your own channel going on over there. I didn't know this, but if you draw a fib on one chart, it goes to all of them time frames if the same ticker. Yeah, I could do that on mine too. You actually have the option under the properties if it's represents on all charts or just the one chart. But that's actually handy, man, because you could draw it on the daily and it shows on the other one. You know, if you can transfer your daily 30-second charts, those are good targets, and you could trade using those as targets. But you know, if you put an EMA on a 30-second chart and it's a 50 EMA, it's just a period. It's 50 30-second periods. You dig? It's not. It won't be a 50-day chart on your 30-second. It goes by periods. So what's the quality of the video right now? I don't mean to interrupt Zach and Anthony. I'm kidding. The whiskey, wine, and gin. Do I really need a 30-second chart? Yeah, I need a 30-second chart. That's what I trade off of. It tells me what's going inside. I mean, when we saw those single bottoms on a 1 minute or 2 minute, you could probably find a double bottom on a 30-second. So it makes it easier to catch a reversal, or it'll make it easier to catch a top. We looked at that 5 minute and we said, oh man, this isn't even a good hammer, or it didn't even give us a hammer. And then we looked at the 1 minute and we saw the hammer, right? But if we looked at the bottom, so yeah, the 30-second is telling me what's going on inside these other bars. So that's why I use it. And I mean, we just ran quite a couple of trades using that 30-second, managing the trade. If you take an entry on a 30-second chart, your stop is going to be a lot closer to your entry. So it's another good way of managing your risk. If you take an entry on a 5-minute chart, your stop is going to be a lot further. You know, the bars are going to be bigger. Yeah, you know, but if you see a setup on the 5 minute, but you take the entry on the 30-second, you could keep you can keep your risk small, but the move will be bigger if you trade the setup off the 5 minute. And we try to do that. And actually, when I'm actually in the game and my head's there, I always have one eye on my 30, and I like to see setups on that 30, and then I'm looking for trades on my the 30 minute, and then I'm looking for trades on my 30 second to catch that 30 minute move. So I'll see a bear flag on the 30 minute chart, or I'll see a hammer on the 30 minute chart, and I know if that 30 minute chart breaks, it's going to be a nice long move. So yeah, Dave, I must be overthinking this, but I don't know what time frame I should set up for the best results. Okay, no, you're not overthinking it, man, and no, you don't know, because you're just getting in the game. So everything in trading is about personality. You know what I'm saying? Like setups about personality, and you're gonna find if this chart this doesn't work, this doesn't work, this doesn't work, and it's not that it doesn't work. It's my tactic and my view of the market doesn't fit that personality. So the guy that actually taught me how to trade, that I learned everything I know about the market, I cannot trade like that guy. I can't take his entries or anything. I mean, I could read the market, I understand the market because of the guy, and the guy's phenomenal, but I can't make money. And I could sit next to him and watch him make the money, and I can't make the money, but two different personalities. So you got to find what gels for you. All right. Yeah, and you know me, man. Nothing like making a short story long. So what you're going to do, because you're trading on paper, is you're going to figure out over time where you're comfortable. For a very long time, I just traded the 30-minute chart, and they're big moves, and it's cool, and there's not a lot going on, and that's great. And then, yeah, I got a little more aggressive, and ultimately kind of went for my 30-second chart. But you just have to find where your groove is. But everything you're learning is applicable to every time frame. So don't sweat it, man. Start where you want to start. It might be easier to follow me on the 30, but you're not looking at it, but I am looking at, because I can't get it all on the main screen. Oh, there goes another break. What time is it? 1 o'clock. It's still lunchtime. I think he's still breaking. I'm looking at the 1 minute, 2 minute, 5 minute, 30 minute, 60 minute, and the daily. So what you really want to do is trade on multiple screens, because how I keep sliding this chart over and saying, look at the momentum change here, and look at what it looks like here, and I do that. My eye sweeps across, and all the momentums are turning positive or bullish, and then I'm saying, okay, looks like I got a trade here, and so far we've done pretty well on the trades that we've taken. Yesterday was kind of boring. I don't even think we took one trade, right? But the other 2 days we got some pretty decent trades in, and we had stuff to talk about, and Dave made money, and hopefully some of you guys either made a buck or got good experience. Video quality, you can't read the numbers on the chart, but at least it's less choppy. All right, well, let's figure everything's a trade-off. So that's life off the grid. So just let me know. But it seems like ever since I made these adjustments, YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. Seems like it keeps coming up. We had a better morning after making those adjustments. Zach, what'd you do to me, man? Crap, I forgot that I have to take the cat to the vet in 20 minutes. All right, later. All right, cool, Anthony. I'm glad you made. Did you make money with us, or did you make money on your own? I mean, you make money employing what you're experiencing here, or? Mm-hmm. You can't read the numbers on the chart. Maybe I could up it a little bit. We're not going to do it again. I don't want to shut down, get up, and everything. But I made paper money trading with you today. All right, cool. Cool. Yeah. We did get a couple of fun ones. I didn't take them all. I took the first one in the morning. And I told, oh, look at that pullback. And we say, oh, look at the pullback. But what are we talking about? 2 points, big schnooks. Yeah, it was fun catching the trades. But yeah, that first trade in the morning was pretty bitter with the default settings. Very confused. Hello. Yeah, we'll check it out tomorrow. It's probably my internet, man. I mean, yeah, that's life in the mountain. I mean, people around here can't even stream movies. When I'm in the city, I'm doing Zoom meetings, and when I'm high off the grid, people can't even stream around here. It's really absurd, and in this economy, it's crazy. And I'm not talking about um, up on mountains tucked away like I am. I'm talking about like in the nearest towns, in the nearest communities. So yeah, it's an interesting thing. This seems pretty consistent, though. It looks like we're getting a lousy connection fairly consistently. But my charts aren't chopping out, which I guess is good for me. Yep, that's it. I'm just having a crappy internet day. Regrettably, that's a large portion of the internet days. So, you guys want to learn some stuff? Trying to get motivated. I just want to make sure that I'm clear. Or is there just too much going on in the market today? I mean, I don't have to worry about any credit spreads. That's all good because we're pushing up. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Figure out what kind of chart. Um, perhaps. Let me just reduce this, get myself orderly, and he's up 4.5K. Good man, Anthony. Somebody else said that they're doing well today because of a few things that they've implemented. I think it might have been Tommy Williams. So when you say taking a trade, you are buying shares or just credit debit spread up? options. When I say take a trade, I mean directional moves, and a directional move means that I'm playing the market to move either up or down. And when I do that, I would go either long some calls, or I would go long some puts. I'm sorry. So when I say I'm taking a trade, I'm just playing it to go up. I'm trading it, and it's an intraday trade, and I'm usually out within 4 or 5 minutes. So just like what I was calling out today during the day, this morning I actually took that trade this morning and did it, and then just started chatting with you guys. So I was just calling out the afternoon trade. So this morning I don't even remember what I did this morning, but yeah, we took a trade, we ran it up, we found a top, and we got out. And Anthony, to be honest, I love toss, but it's useless if I can't get real-time data. That would let me make trades the same time as Dave does. Yeah. Nope. I'm still going. So when I take a trade, it's my. Oh, now I got a thing that says no data. What the hell's going on here? My streaming is good. I'm live. I'm recording. No. Audio cut, but now it's good. Yeah, it's small drawback, but it's more important to learn. Yeah, that's a good tactic, Anthony. You can go back in time and apply those tactics. But I mean, it's telling me that my resolution is not optimal being down there. So I'm wondering if this is making our lives harder. No, it says my stream status is good right now. All right, well, we're going to leave it like this. All right, so that's what I mean by taking a trade, taking a directional. When I do a credit trade, I put them on, like maybe in the morning or at the end of the day, and I forget about them. So you know what? Just scratch that right now, man, because you have to have a good understanding of the market to be able to do that. I mean, it's very conservative and it's easy, but it's technical, and I'll get you there. I'll get you there. Just scratch the credit spreads. I know I keep saying it, but I'm kind of reminding myself that it's okay that I'm not focused on trading 100%. It's like a habit. I've done it every day for a very long time. So deviating from that is kind of an adjustment for me. So can everybody hear me? I mean, it's saying that I should be good right now. We were getting some excellence, but now it's just saying I have a good. I'm a good. I'm just looking for a little feedback. Zach can't get real time. Yeah, I know he can. Well, you know what, Zach? Your mom has an account. Maybe you could just. I mean, if she's like Schwab or something, there should be a paper account, and maybe you could just use that. There's no. I mean, you won't have a 30-second account, 30-second trade, but game. Yeah, I'm confused, man. I don't know what the okay. I hear you now. I think we kind of just deal with it, and tomorrow will be a better day. Yeah, from your mouth to God's ears. I mean, I just jumped into. I just got a warning that it's not receiving enough video to maintain the stream. Well, you also have the issue, Tommy, of time decay. So you need to understand the value of theta on options. So yeah, if you buy options and they don't move right away, then you start giving. So it's not a good investment trading vehicle like that. If you decided to call the stock down the road, then your cost is like $2 a contract in addition to what the price that you're going to call the stock at. And that's what the intention of a call is. We just all right, cool, thanks, Kerry. We just take advantage of the move in value. So they have to move quick because you're fighting time value. So yeah, you could get eaten up, investing with options. So it's really not something that I would recommend. Um, but for trading, it's cool. For intraday trading, you're not going to be in it long, so away it goes. No big deal. We let that happen. So it's good and working now. Okay, thank you. Yeah, you bet, man. You bet. You bet. Yeah, we're on a bit of a delay though because it takes you guys a long time to answer, um, and waiting for the response. So yeah, but we'll work it out, man. We'll work it out. Growing pains. I mean, on my end, it's a lot better day than it was yesterday because what was going on with my chart was just disheartening. There's no way I could have traded yesterday. But we have to work things out. And you know what? My Wi-Fi card in this thing is kind of cheesy, so I'm thinking I might swap that bad boy out, and up the game. I didn't really need much when I'm just trading by myself. I mean, the data is simple. I mean, I'm just carrying 2, 4, 6, 7 screens, and that's the biggest burden on my computer. The software is like inconsequential. I mean, I could hotspot my phone with my trading software, and really not have a problem with my data. I don't know how it's going to work out with this. As a matter of fact, I don't even know if I'm going to head to the boat because I kind of like what we have going on, and I want to keep the momentum with you guys. So I don't want to compromise that and lose a step. If you guys are working this every day, it's going to sink in. So many conversations going on over here. All right, so look, basically, the first thing you got to understand in a market is what is a pivot point? Where do things pivot, right? And a lot of you may. And let's see if we could find a chart that can clearly show us pivot points. And it's pretty simple, right? So, okay, if we look at, that's funny. I'm looking at a, I won't think it's funny, but I was looking at a chart on the screen that you don't look at. Okay, so all right, so very simply, man, the first thing you want to know in markets is what are pivot points and what do you look for pivot points. So very simply, pivot points are where the market kind of hits a point and then it rejects and turns around. So we could call this right here on this 5-minute chart the first pivot point, and then it moves all the way down, right? And we could see this is in a downward move, low compression there, no big deal, and it stops here and turns around, and then really I guess this would be the pivot point. Not I guess. I mean, I guess it's my job to know. This is the next pivot point, and it turns around right here, makes another pivot point, and then pulls up over here and makes another pivot point. And it doesn't have to be this long or dramatic. It's just that it's a consolidating market, and I'm trying to find pivot points for you. But it could happen in the matter of 2 or 3 bars. That it makes a pivot point. But The idea of a pivot point is that it rejects the direction it's going. It turns around and heads the other way. You know, that's the short of the long. Um, and you always consider the highest point of the bar. You don't worry about the body. If it's got a big tail and the tail ends there, that's where the pivot point ends. So when you're figuring pivot points, create a live account first. I'm going 18. It's a bunch of. Okay, I hope you guys are listening. If you're looking for pivot points, you always consider the tail. It's not you know, you don't worry about the body. So right here, the tail is the highest. Boom, that's the pivot point. Drops right back down here. The tail is the lowest. That's the pivot point. And um, so that's like the first step in reading a chart is just understanding what a pivot point is and where things spin around. Um, so then you want to think about when to trade and how to do it, and understanding the market. So you have to understand that the market has three attitudes, and one attitude is it's trending up. The other attitude is it's trending down. And then the third attitude is that it's consolidating, right? Um, and some people can term it like a compression and expansion, but really, you know, it's a trend, a consolidation, a trend. Um, so to define a trend, um, well, actually, first off, the where people get hurt in the market is where the market starts consolidating, like right here, right? You see where my cursor is going, and it's creating this little bunch, and nobody knows where it's going, and they're trying to make money in this area, and this is a 5-minute chart, but if you looked at the daily chart, you could see that sort of area over a long period of time, and then you're just getting chopped up in that area. So you need to really figure out where it is you want to place your trades. And all the money's made in these trends, in these expansions. And that's where you're looking to make the money. You understand? Well, rhetorical question. I strike that. I'm just trying to think of what I'm doing while we're talking. Oh, okay. I'm sorry, getting a little distracted also. So, hold on. Thanks for bearing with me. So anyway, you want to make your money, you know, on these trends. You want to try to avoid trading in this consolidation, and you know, this is where most traders make their money in these expansion and contractions. So that's what we're looking for. You know, we're looking for those moves. We're trying to keep out of trading in the consolidations. And I mean, it's pretty simple to see the difference between a market trending up and a market's consolidating, right? So pretty much you would go like this and say, hey, that baby's consolidating. You see those two lines? That baby's consolidating right there. Let's get rid of some of the other rhetoric so that you can see cleanly. So this is consolidating right here, and you want to try to avoid trading inside of that. That's where you get hurt. And if you've watched over the past few days, we've just watched these breakouts, and we're trying to we're trying to get ourselves involved with breakouts in addition to other trades, but we're getting involved. This is another consolidation really right here, right? And then sure, you know, there's a breakout right there, and we want to get ourselves involved with that breakout that moves to the downside. So it's easy to identify compression. Um, And then you want to be able to identify uptrends and downtrends. So for something to be an uptrend, which we're not seeing here, that we'll probably see it better on a 30-minute chart. It's gotta be making higher highs and higher lows, which is hard to wrap your head around at first, but when you look at it, you'll understand. Okay, so follow my cursor. Here's a low, right? And then it pushes up and it makes this high right here. And then it turns around and comes down and it makes a low right there. And then it pushes up again and makes that high. That's a trend, right? Here's a low, higher high, higher low, higher high. And that's how the market moves. It kind of moves up like in a staircase, doesn't move straight up, doesn't shoot straight up, except when you get stocks that help people build websites, but or chat channels. But a normal market moves up, comes down, moves up, all right, makes a low, a higher high, higher low. This low is higher than this low, a higher low, then makes a higher high. This high is higher than this high, and then comes down. This is a low right here, and this low is higher than the previous low. And I know this is kind of tedious, but I just want to make it clear for everybody. And it pushes up, makes a higher high, and then trades down and makes a higher low. And here's another higher high, and here's another higher low. And this baby is just continuing in an uptrend. And that's something we want to get involved with, right? We're going to take a trade down here, and we want to catch a trend young and then just follow it up and ride it up and ride it up. And right here, it makes a higher high, and then it makes this really strange low, So you're backing off and you're saying, uh-oh. So if we were doing our trades, we'd be putting our stops right under the low, because we know that if it makes a lower low, the trend is over. And it would knock us out right here, and we'd say, hey, the trend's over. And then it does this little nonsense, consolidates, does an inside bar, pops up, makes a higher high and a higher low. And this low right here is higher than this low. I mean, it's even higher than this low, but we consider this low. And then it makes a higher high and a higher low. And it's still in an uptrend at this point. And then at this point, the trend just changed. We're not in that uptrend anymore. And we're saying, hey, something might be happening. Let's put a stop here. Yet let's protect ourselves. And then it makes a lower low and a lower high. And the trend just changed. It just became a downtrend on this market. And then a lower low, lower high, lower low. So that's what's going on right now. We just moved into a downtrend on the 30-second chart. And what's interesting is we can be in a downtrend on the 30-second chart, but we can be in an uptrend on the 1 minute, 2 minute, and 5 minute. And that's why I look at them, because you can see what's going on inside the bar. And yeah, you can make trading decisions like that. But that's what this is telling us. And it's really important that you can identify trends, compression trends. And that's what you catch. And you'd be surprised how many people have a hard time just understanding that and be able to look at the market and say, how's it trending? And we use that same theory and philosophy on momentum, or at least I do, right? So here's a high, comes down, makes a low, pops up, makes a lower high, comes down, makes a lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, and it's trending down. I mean, yeah, pretty simple, easy concept, trending down, trending up, right? And you'll see that. Well, I guess we went over it. Here's the uptrend. Here's the downtrend. So yeah, that's simple, but you have to. I mean, that's it. That's reading a market. You need to know the 3 stages in the market. And how you identify the compression is, let me look for a little bit of a compression. That's actually just a good trend right there. I want to find a compression after, okay, here's compression. We have a low, we make a higher high, just follow my cursor. We make a higher low, we make a higher high, we're in compression, we're in an uptrend, we make a higher low, we make a lower high, right? First indication that something's changing. we make a lower low. We're not in the downtrend yet because we need a lower high and then another lower low. We make a lower high, good indication that we're heading into a downtrend. We make pretty much an equal low. We could call it a lower low, but I'd say it's an equal low. And then we make a higher high. And then we make a higher low, but we make a lower low. So we're actually getting trapped inside this area right here. Yes, savvy? And that is how you identify compression, because we have a high here and a high here, and everything inside is just contained in there. And we really don't want to start trading in here. You know, we want to wait until we break out right up here. So, you know, we have this strong push up, test of that resistance, a pullback, and then a bang, break right through. And the trend begins again, right? Here's our low, here's our high, here's another low right there. Or you could even just say that this is one run, so that's our high. This is our low. We made another high right here where my crosshairs are. We made another low, and we entered an uptrend, and we try to play that. So so that's the importance of pivots, because when you understand where a pivot is, then you can understand how a compression starts building, and then where trends go. So you know, when you look at the chart, you just want to identify, you know, what stage of the chart are we in. You know, if I'm trying to move this over. Come on, get over. If we open up the chart and we're, come on, come on, come on. Yeah, if we open up the chart, or we wake up in the morning and this is what we see in the market, we know that the market is in compression right now. And yeah, you know, it gives us our opinion, and basically we're like, hey, we're neutral with this market. If we open the chart and we see this range, it's getting too hard to move the chart. If we open the chart and we see this area right here, we wake up and we say, hey, it looks like we're in an uptrend. I see nothing there to make me think that the trend is going to start. And, yeah, you know, I'm happy that we're in an uptrend. So that's basically it, man. That's like the short of the long of trends and compressions in this complex industry that we call trading. If you could look at that and pick out an uptrend and a downtrend, then you're beginning to read a chart comfortably. Am I coming through? Did everybody catch all of that? And do we have questions? Or was that a lesson in futility? Do I quiz everybody? I just did it on my other account. Is anybody out there? Can I get a little feedback? Am I streaming? I heard you, the last thing I got is from Zach was I'm listening, but I don't know if he's still hearing. Hello. Alone but not lonely. All right, cool, Zach. Actually, I recorded it, and I'm gonna edit it, and I'm gonna drop it out on the site, so you'll be able to go back and play it back. You won't have to go through the live stream or anything. I believe I recorded it. If it didn't work, I'll do it again over the weekend. But I'm going to get that out on the site. The streaming and the pivot points and the market attitudes. All right, cool. I appreciate the feedback. So basically, so anyway, I mean, after this, we're gonna move into trading trends and stuff like that. That's like trading 101. We just dropped on you. And the reason I'm going to stop here is because and how the market is trending up, down, or compression. Okay, I appreciate all that feedback and that clarity, Kerry. So I'm going to stop here because I'm going to not stop the stream for the day. But I'm going to stop. Thanks, dude. I'm going to stop with that set with a lesson, and I'm going to see how it works out with the recording and everything like that, and then we'll knock out some more tomorrow. And then I'll just keep doing this, and this is how I'll make the recording. Because after doing this all day, I mean, I just can't focus in the morning, and then I wake up early. I can't focus in the evening. I wake up early in the morning, and then I'm pretty anxious to look at a few things and get ready for the day. Yeah. Don't sweat the screen recording it. Yeah, it's going to be a mess. Yeah, yep. Okay, cool. So there's a big lag. Recording service, forget about it. It's like you're trading yesterday's information. He's gonna get a flood of all these messages at once. Yeah, man, that's what's happening. I'm getting it. Yeah, the leg's on my end. All right. I feel like the poor second cousin. Yeah, he should start getting it soon. Oh wow, I wish you guys would timestamp this. I'd love to see like what universe I'm living in. This is like pure physics. You guys are like in a different universe than I am, and it's probably a parallel universe, and maybe you guys are like rubber people, and I'm a plastic man. Bubblegum people. All right, I digress. So anyway, there you go. That's our first lesson of the day, or our first lesson of off the grid trading. Off grid trading. And look, the market fell asleep. Well, actually, you know what? It's so I don't expect much. So tomorrow we'll see how this video played out, and it's recording, and I'll fix all my mistakes, and then we'll talk about support and resistance. Maybe we'll talk about a whole bunch of things. But I like short clips like this. And with these short clips, I wonder if he has timestamp on his chat. No, I don't have timestamp on my chat. That's what I was asking. I just want to check my internet speed too. I wonder if my vendor's throttling me back. Hmm. Oh, cool. Three dots, upper right timestamp. No. Oh, yeah. You guys know so much about YouTube. Oh, toggle timestamp. Hot dog. Mm. Nope, no. Ah, look at that. Well, 138. Yeah, I guess that's well 138.27. Um, yeah, I'm looking at the timestamps now. Doesn't seem like there's that much of a lag, unless I'm just seeing my computer time on this timestamp, and I'm not seeing your send time. Hey, you like it? Do I have to say it again? Do you want to hear it again? Spread the word, hit the like, subscribe, hit the bell, drop a few bucks on Cash App. Anything you can do to help the channel is greatly appreciated. Yeah, I'm about a minute and a half behind on the chat. So what are the markets doing? What are they doing? Well, this guy, we're not looking at the right market, the end of the market. Oh, look at that. Everybody see that nice bottom right there? That trend reversal breakout? That's what that trade is called, by the way. It's a trend reversal breakout. Right? This is showing the trend reversal. Breaking this high is the breakout. Bang. And you can see the momentum supporting it. That's what you want your eye program to see. And that's why I use the 30-second chart, because I would be getting into that move earlier than if I was on the 1-minute chart, right? I get into that trade right here at 40, and I'll get here. Oh, well, I guess it was simultaneous on this one. There's a little double bottom right here, but I wouldn't have caught that. You could have caught this on the 1-minute. And that's pretty encouraging too. If you could see an entry consistent on the 30 and 1-minute, and they're going to break at the same time, that's a very good entry. That's a high quality setup. Man, we're going to drill this. You're going to know it so well. You guys will be calling out the setups to me. It's like when I learned how to fly helicopters, my instructor, I mean, I don't know how long he took. It was takeoff and landing, takeoff and landing, takeoff and landing, one after another. Oh man, it was just sheer murder. And then now it's just pure comfort. New subscriber here from San Francisco. Looking forward to catching more lives from the beginning. Hey, all right, John, I appreciate you joining us. And if you don't mind hitting the like, the subscribe, and the bell, I'd appreciate it. Maybe share the word. But I usually get started around 8 o'clock, and I just kind of go through the routine that I usually go through to get my head right about my trading day and what I look at. So check that out. And if you can catch up with us at 8 o'clock. And the summertime's kind of dull and the markets don't move much. We got like 1 or 2 good trades off over here. A couple of guys did really well on a couple of trades. But in the interim, we're just having these little trading 101 sessions. I'm making little recordings. I'm showing you things that I would trade. So today was the first day of the trading 101 session. I'm going to try to drop the recording out tomorrow, so you could listen to it. And then around this time tomorrow, we'll do the next segment of trading 101. And I don't know what your level is. I might be telling you things like the back of your hand, but it's a good place to start. And I'm kind of building the channel around young people who don't know trading and want to get into the industry without having that. So, and welcome, John. Yeah, tell him, Zach attack. So thanks a lot, man. Hey, how did you hear about us, John M? If you don't mind sharing that. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's a drag for you, right? 8 a.m. Eastern time. Yeah, that's a drag for you. But hey, that's when the market happens, man. I mean, the hottest trading hours are between 9:30 and 11:30, and that's because the London session overlaps with the U.S. and you have a lot of volume and there's a lot of move. So 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, yes sir. EST, yes sir. So Zach, okay, so I mean, downloading Ninja is free. I don't know that real time is free. So just do your homework, man. I mean, you don't have to spend anything to download the to download the app. They do that free. But I think that's delayed data. I don't think that's real time data. But I don't think that it's well. I don't think it's very expensive to get the real time data. I know the simulated accounts are phenomenal, but yeah, load it up, man. Figure it out, and just read it and see what you could get. I mean, they really should offer real time data. See where your mom is using or keeping her securities, and see what their trading platform is, because everybody has. I thought you had said Schwab to me, but and Street Smart is a good trading platform. It's just they don't break down enough. It's a 1 minute chart, but that's fine. I mean, you could watch my 30 and trade on the one, and you'll see the same setup on the 1 minute chart. But that's the least it does. But it'll definitely get your teeth sharp. I'm up at 4:30 a.m., so it works. Your channel just popped up on my feed. All right, cool. All right, I'm popping up too. All right, glad to hear it. Yeah, we've only been up since Monday. This is what you started Monday, and we got a whole bunch of people to just join us and start trading, and yeah, they're keeping me company, and it's pretty cool. So yeah, so check us out for a while, see how you like it. When I have nothing to teach you, then you can move on, or you can stick with me, just trade and have a good time, and we could all go through the conspiracy theories. Just popping up on feeds. I got to figure out how to initiate popping up on feeds. What do we have an interest? I wouldn't be worried right now. Nothing here to get me worried. I mean, if people would jump in out of this thing, it would be very aggressive. It would move down. Like I said, I wouldn't be surprised to see if it closed that gap. But I'd be comfortable if it closed the gap. And if this was a terrible thing, the bar would not look like it does. You wouldn't have that tail down to the bottom. People try to push it up. There's obviously some apprehension, so they pushed it back on. But there's still people. There are buyers interested. They're buyers. That's what that tail is telling you. People are interested in the stock. So I think money is just trying to see what it's going to do, and when they're ready to get involved. They don't want to pour their money into it while this thing is still consolidating or getting comfortable. But it's a difficult thing to analyze because it's a yippy stock. It's not. There's really good technicals on it. Oh, look at Amazon, man. Up 48 points. That's not bad. I mean, this is a hard double bottom to play, but it's not really that big a move either. It's only 6 points. All right, we didn't miss anything. It probably just opened up high and gap. Yep, and there it is. There's the run up. The morning kind of looks like the S&P, and it's a wrap. I think we're falling asleep until. Oh well, it's only 2 o'clock. Probably around 2:30 or so, or it's close to 2 o'clock. Probably around 2:30 will be some movie. She uses Weeble. Oh no, Weeble is off. Yeah, Weeble's rough. Why don't you switch her into Schwab? I don't think there's any cost. I don't think there's a minimum to open the account, and they provide all the market data and everything, and you'll be set. You'll be real time. It's not a bad platform. You'll have to get accustomed to using the drawing functions and stuff like that if you want to start making trend lines and things. But it will provide all that data to you for free. Or do you work, Zach? Got paper route, pump gas, lemonade. If you do all of that, you could just you know, cover the cost of your Ninja Trader data feed and consider it tuition. So the market's falling asleep. I would do another lesson, but I'm still, you know, not confident on my ability to record it, and I don't want to go through two things and not make the recording, and then you guys can't go back and look at it again. Does anybody have pivots and expansion or trending and consolidation? Now we just deal with the lag. Yeti friend today. Is Yeti hiding from us? They were getting in the groove yesterday, asking some questions. Wow, Marcus moved so slow now. Oh, there he goes. Woke up a little bit. I was thinking my dad was dropping. Maybe my dad was dropping. No, baby, go. So if you look at the market, who can tell me what attitude we are in right now? On my 30-second chart right here. See where my cursor is spinning around? What do we call that? Stupid cat, yeah. When drawing, okay, questions. Chill. Let me just roll back on these questions. I have a simple question. Paper trading, I have a simple question. No such thing, all important. When drawing a trend line, do you connect the bar or the pivot point? I always use the bars. I mean, sometimes, go to the top of the bar, which it's called the wick. So you got the candle's body or you got the wick. So go with wick. On a pivot point, you know, you always consider the wick. Stupid cat won the fight, couldn't get the damn thing in the crate. Got torn to shreds. No vet appointment for her today. That's all right. The vets hold your animals. Thank you for that question, Mr. Tommy. What do we got? Anthony, was a top candle now trending down? Where? I don't understand the question, man. Anthony. I think my stream is getting really bad, right? Consolidation, exactamente, Mrs. Carey. Right. So what we'll do is, what you can do is you look for a breakout of that consolidation. It can either break to the top, the bottom, and stop moving. But yeah, you know, every breakout isn't a trade. It depends on what the momentum's doing and things of that nature. But yep, looking at that compression. So basically, what happened was it moved up and it's trying to figure out what it wants to do right now, just like we're trying to figure out what it wants to do right now. And you can expect that. You know, you can expect that when something makes a big move, it goes into a little bit of compression. And what's happening is some people are taking their profits or taking some of their profits. Other people are considering going in. And there's the breakout. And it's going to start moving up. Doesn't mean it's going to be a monster breakout if you're looking at the 30-second chart. And I have those, I believe, are Fibonacci lines that it's going to hit. And probably stall a little bit around those lines. You're welcome. Long wick on top means selling pressure, and yeah, that's an accurate statement. It means that if the long wick is on the bottom, it means that the bears try to push down and the bulls fought back and push back up. The long wick's on the top, it means the bulls tried to gain control of the bar, and the bears beat them back down. There's a nice break on that compression. I mean, it's not a trade; it's only moving, like a buck. But it could oh no, that's not the right one. It's probably going to test that high today, or that high in that pivot. I think that it's the high of the day it's testing, which is 42.44.64. That's pretty good, man. I think we went negative this morning, and then it turned around and rallied back, right? I mean, that's just telling me that people love this market. I have to get some raw honey from my throat. You're welcome. Yep. By the time you read my response, which is your question, the candles turned around. You had asked if it was consolidating or not. Oh, I gotcha. I hear you. Cool, cool, cool. Ooh, my mom's got an account with Schwab. There you go, man. I mean, obviously, don't trade your mother's money. But figure out how to open up the. I believe when you open Schwab, it asks live or demo, and you want to open up the demo account, and then you can set up your chart and get yourself going. Schwab and TOS are linked, I think. No, I think that TOS is Ameritrade, isn't it? Or TradeStation Ameritrade. But no, Schwab has what's called Street Smart Edge. And if you go to the website, just search download Street Smart Edge, and you'll download their software. And then you just put in your mother's credentials, and it'll open up. Go, baby, go. So if you look at the timeline on the bottom of my chart at 1332, actually, I think you guys have a hard time seeing the numbers because of the quality. If you look at the timeline down here, you can see that trend reversal, and then you can see the breakout, the trend reversal breakout. So, if you're paying attention and you want to trade, that was a good indication to take that trade. I mean, it moved up, and then it ground its way up. But you could have just trailed your stop like below these lows and just ran up with this baby. And at this point, if you took the breakout instead of the hammer, 41, 44, you're up $3. I mean, it's $1.50 if you're trading option contracts. So it's really not like we missed a trade. But at least you can gain confidence in the setups. The Schwab TOS, Schwab NTD, Ameritrade emerging. Oh, good. All right. You might be able to sign in TOS with those credentials. Well, I think he's not getting real time on the TOS either. Does Schwab have a trading platform? Yes, Schwab has a trading platform. It's called Street Smart Edge. Oh, there you go. Did you have to drop money in the account, Anthony, or you just? Well, yeah, I'm sure you had to drop money in the account. So what do we have going on over here? It looks like the S&P is pushing up, and we broke that high. We broke the high of the day. That's very encouraging. And looks like the Nasdaq is pulling it up. The Russell's having a hard time, but it seems like everybody's fading out of these small caps and emerging stocks and heading back into tech and stuff. It looks like the market's becoming itself again. Financials got a little beat up today. They're down 17, and energy is just flat. Yo, Amazon up $50. We were talking about that before. It was up like $12. How did we miss this trade? Yeah, it was over 318. It kind of chucked around to get there. I know how we missed this trade. I was talking. I think I'm going to be saying that a lot. How did I miss that trade? Go, baby, go, baby, go. All right, anybody new to us? Spread the word, baby. Hit the bell, hit the like, hit the subscribe. There's a Cash App link in the description if you want to support the cause. We appreciate it. We're trying to teach people off properly in the markets for a living. Yeah, you need some looting costs. You need looting all of it. But if I'm sitting on some shares, then yeah, there you go. Just use that demo account. If it's cool with her, of course. Don't hit that greed button and start trading her money. I don't think a reduction of the quality of stream is our solution. So we're going to hop back to a better quality of stream and see what else we could do. I'm afraid that it might be the Wi-Fi card in the computer that I'm using. So I might upgrade that if I can get my hands on one this weekend. Just subtract a few years from your birth year. Anthony, you're corrupting a minor. I did the reviewing it. Oh, maybe the guy was corrupt before you got there. Tomorrow is Friday. Friday is a fun day. What do we got? Oh, we got the Feds next week, right? That's all we got. That's all we got to worry about. I think the market's going to be real dead next week, waiting for the Feds. So tomorrow is a good day for another income trade. So this is actually a very exciting day. Money was made. Felt like there was movement, although it has fallen off. And if we look today, what did we really do? We went nowhere. I mean, we're up a little bit, but we went nowhere. But I'll take that. You give me these nice, big range days, I will take that, make some money, and look forward to get next day. So historically, I usually just trade the morning market. That's where the volume is, and that's where the action is. So it's not uncommon that I don't take trades in the afternoon, and it's not uncommon that a lot of traders in the industry just look at it like that, and yeah, just trade the morning session. So we look at it as two sessions: you have morning session and afternoon session, and the afternoon session is usually a drag. There's maybe one decent trade in the afternoon session, and that's during winter. I mean, during the summer, it's like everybody goes to the beach. Everybody's in the Hamptons. Corrupt before he got here. I think he said he's on Wi-Fi. Yeah, I mean the computers are on Wi-Fi. The crib is hardwired. I'll bet a new router wouldn't hurt either. Yeah, a sleepy market. I'm calling you. So anybody got any questions, man? Something I could do for you? Something I can explain? Got 8 people out there and only 4 likes. Who's holding out? What can I do to get that like out of you? I have in my car, and I mounted antennas to the unit. They give you can't see it. Well, the quality of the stream is not good. Yeah, I don't want to go through all the rigmarole of resetting it. What vendor are you talking about, Anthony? Tell him, Zach. Hit the like. Can't understand what I'm saying. What vendor are you talking about? You said you paid your subscription. Are you still getting it? Not that I'm gonna rat you out, man. I just want to know. You said you had it on the roof of your car, and I want to know what you're using. Maybe it'll work out under these circumstances. My stream status is poor. Let's look at my OBS and see what that tells me. It's got to be my upload that's dragging us down. Mm, 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 mm. a Cash App in the description. And that's for all the new folks who think this is just wonderful. And the channel's only 4 days old, so we're working out the kinks. Bear with us. Boy, I hope this market picks up in 18 minutes. Nope, don't hum, Dave. Sanka. You can't hear me, man. Yeah, that's awful. I'm here. You guys can't hear me? I'm not really talking a whole lot. My audio is picking up. It's telling me that my stream quality is good. No sound, correct. Testing, testing. Can you hear me? Ah, we're back. All right. Yeah, it's saying that the stream quality is good. Yeah, it's my internet vendor, man. He's just dropping the ball. All good now. Yep, yep. Just random internet access. Yep, growing pains. That's exactly it. I appreciate everybody's patience with it. Yeah, we'll figure it out. I mean, there's not much I could do with the internet. Um, I'm gonna try to pick up another card this weekend. Ah, you hear me humming? Oh man, yeah, we're definitely lagging. Mm-mm-mm-mm. So this wasn't the experience you guys had over the past 3 days, right? This is a new buckle. Hello. Yeah, my stats just dropped off again. Yeah, this is an internet issue we're having. All right, after we wrap up today, I'm going to recycle all of my routers and everything and see how that works for us. This is most unfortunate. Hey, Mr. Producer 717, you joined us yesterday. Hit the like. It's just a lot of fun. Well, good now. The delay is long in these chats, so. Oh yeah, yeah. All right, cool. I see that. Well, I think picked up what dropped off again the service. Yeah, I'm just trying to think like what I could do about that. I don't have many options. I think a recycle of the router will do as well, and the modem. So this isn't even a download issue because I'm uploading. So I couldn't imagine vendors getting edgy over the use. I bet his equipment is archaic overall. I hope I tried to point out that 30-second topping over here when my cursor is swimming around, and then you can see it traded off. I mean, there's really nothing going on. It's in consolidation, and like I said before, that's not what you want to trade because you get hurt. You know. I mean, we would probably just hold out until we see a break of the high right here, break this low. It's only 5 points, so it doesn't make sense to look for trade inside of this. But the market needs some moves today. Five-minute delay in these chats. I might as well use dial-up. That's interesting. I'm going to step away from my computer for 2 minutes, just see if I can accommodate something, make things happen a little better. Compression. Probably quite an ass 5 minutes ago. Yeah, I'm definitely trading back. We'll see how that works tomorrow. But I'm pretty confident that it's my internet access, because I keep thinking we're getting good streams and then poor streams. Right now, we're just sitting on a poor stream, and I think that's what's going on here. No, Tommy, I don't. Really, all I trade is the S&P 500, and Amazon and Tesla. I might look at, if I start seeing that stuff's moving and they have momentum, I will give up. I mean, the market has fallen off over the past couple of months, but prior to that, there's always some good trades in one of those three. And the reason I use them is the big dollars, they move a lot, and it's good. I want something that consistently can show me a 14-point rip in the least. And if you look at Amazon, I mean, you have a 50-point move today. That seems like it's a big move for Amazon because it's been so dead since everybody was rolling out of tech and stuff like that. But 50-point move for Amazon in a day is really not uncommon. You're talking about a $33 stock. So I really don't have to look around for much. And you have to understand how the security trades when you trade it. Yeah, I'm just getting signals that I'm really chopping up. So I don't really jump from vehicle to vehicle. I like to know how things trade. I can anticipate what to expect when they hit resistance, when they hit support. How they're going to respond to market moves and things like that. And really, investors are out there looking for all different types of trades. Traders aren't really looking for all different types of trades, all different vehicles. They kind of lock themselves on a couple of vehicles, and that's what they trade. I know guys use scanners and stuff like that, but I mean, that's why trading firms have tons of traders. So they can get guys who are specialists in certain markets and certain equities and things like that. And that's pretty much how I run my business, my practice. I'm just by myself now, and I'm just trading for myself. But I focus on a couple of markets. I'm not looking to exploit every stock out there. I'm looking to make money every day. And if I could do that on 2 or 3 stocks, you bet your boots, that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, we're just chopping around in this vicinity. And these moves even look like they're big moves, but at the high we're at 45. That was a 4-point move. That's really, that's a little tiny move. It's no big deal. No big deal. I'm starting to believe that my Wi-Fi card has a lot to do with this. I wonder. Let me take a look at something here. See what the quality is. I bet I got crazy latency on this. Although no, that's not true because my trading software is good. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And we're just moving into the middle of the compression and just chopping around in there. I mean, I don't really want to see anything exciting for the day anyway. If we ended up 21 points, I'd be very happy with that. We still have an hour and a half. Oh my God, this is not even. Hey, Zack Attack. If you hear me, I am accessing the YouTube Studio through a web browser, and I'm beginning to think that there's probably a better way to access the YouTube Studio. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I'm just hanging out. Browser. Okay, cool, cool, cool. So I'm probably just getting well, actually my browser's got to be delayed because I hope you hear me because I mean, I'm trying to do a speed test and I can hardly hook up to the network. But that's only. I can't get to a speed test. So this browser's got to be or all my software's got to be crushing this computer. Guess what? My YouTube is not receiving enough data to maintain a smooth stream. But my tick shots are happening. So my resources are probably getting eaten up. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Stream bitrate 750 KB. Okay, that's not nice. Think. Oh. Shiva, hold on one second, my love. I'm looking. Thanks for stopping in. Shiva, if you can hear me, what price did you buy it at? I mean, there's a lot of variables should you sell. Are you asking me if it's falling apart and there's a catastrophe? Yeah, you think it's a connection? Hey, Shiva, give me some input. What price do you own it at? Yeah, my latency. Oh man, yeah, my broadband. I'll show you that on this. That's interesting. All right, might be my Wi-Fi card, man, because I can't get any my stream here. Looks like making a double bottom here. I mean, if it was trading, I'd expect it to pop over here. But I don't know what your program is. That's a pretty hard question to answer when you say, should I sell? Are you one of the lucky individuals who are up at 28? Can anybody hear me out there?